Hey there, comic book friends. This is another edition of What the Fugue. This is my second week of working way too many hours at work, so I haven't really been able to catch up on a lot of comic book news. Still way behind on watching people's videos, and even if I am watching, I'm not commenting a whole bunch, just because I'm trying to get through it all and get caught back up with everybody again. Hopefully after this week, work will mellow out for me for a while, and I'll be able to completely catch up. At any rate, what little bit of comic book, let's see, a little bit of comic book news to talk about that affects me in some way or another. I saw today that Defenders is going to end in November. All part of the Marvel Now stuff. It doesn't sound like it's starting back up again after the, when all the Marvel Now stuff goes. And I heard that Matt Fraction is going to be writing both Fantastic Four and FF. I thought we had heard that somebody else was going to be writing those books. That's interesting. I don't know that I will collect either of those books. I think largely it will be $3.99 versus $2.99 dependent. FF has sounded somewhat interesting before. I'm really kind of bummed that Defenders is going away because it felt like it was really starting to get its legs under it. It was becoming the kind of a quirky comic that I felt like the Defenders should be. The upside to that is that may mean that maybe we'll see a Doctor Strange book or something like that, which would be probably pretty cool too, depending on who is writing it and that sort of thing. But that answers my question about, okay, if Red She-Hulk is going to have her own book, how's she going to be in the Defenders too? Obviously that's not going to be an issue now. Let's see what else is going on with me comic book wise. Of course, last week I complained about the comic company that I'm drawing a blank on the name of them right now. My Comic Shop, something like that. At any rate, wish I wouldn't have forgot what their name was. They still have not sent me that comic book. It has now officially been a week since they said they were going to send me an email, tell me what the tracking code was, and send me that book. So before I started filming this tonight, I sent a scathing email to them, basically telling them, look, I had been a customer of theirs since 2009. You suck. And I'm telling everybody, you suck. So they suck. I don't have a lot of other comic book newsy type thing. I'm going to use this opportunity to show some books I picked up. I picked up some books from mostly from fearlessreaders.com. They sell dollar comics. You know what they sell? They had a sale where they were selling comics for 80 cents. So I jumped on some things that looked like some mostly full series. What I got that didn't have a full run of the miniseries or whatever, I then went to Lone Star Comics and off their webpage and bought the things I needed to fill that in. I also picked up some other goodies to fill in some other stuff and whatnot. So I'm going to quickly show you those. If you're not interested in watching hauls, now's a good time. You can oh, no, before I show the hauls, which if you're not interested in my books, you can turn it off and go watch something else. I will be doing my other reviews this weekend. Ethan will be unavailable. No, he will not be in a refrigerator, or at least he won't be in my refrigerator. Instead, I will have a special guest. So look forward or don't look forward to that. Okay? Anyway, on to my haul comics. This is some of the books I picked up for 80 cents each. This is Creeper. This was put out in 2006. Steve Niles wrote it. He writes some pretty cool horror kind of things. I thought I kind of like the Creeper character. I don't know tons about the Creeper, but what I've read of his, I really enjoyed. So I thought this might be a fun miniseries to pick up. So Creeper number 1, Creeper number 2. Of course, he's in Gotham. Creeper number 3. Creeper number 4. Haven't read any of these yet. Creeper number 5. And finally, Creeper number 6, which is kind of an interesting cover. It's almost Two-Face-like, and I don't know that it really has anything to do with Two-Face. It may just be the two faces of the Creeper, when he's in his normal form or when he changes into the Creeper. I also picked up BPRD. This is King of Fear. Ethan has read this. He told me it was really cool. This is issue number 1. Issue number 2. It's got all the different agents in it, so I'm looking forward to it. I love these covers. These must be Mike Manola covers, not Guy Davis, I think. Sorry. There's number 3. I just love all the icons and stuff. Of course, this cover has Abe Sapien. You know, he's kind of a fish guy on it. And then look, you can see, I love the tadpoles slowly evolving there and whatnot. Just love the iconic look of stuff. Anyway, and here's number 4. And number 5. And somehow, this, I don't know. Well, anyway, this is the Aftermath. I missed this somehow, but I wasn't really hardcore collecting comics at this point. This is 2007. This is the Crime Bible, 5 Lessons of Blood. I kind of like the Crime Bible stuff that I've seen and whatnot. This is written by Greg Rucka, so I'm all for it for that. And here's this one's Deceit. I think this has the question. Renee Montoya is the question in it, maybe. Anyway, got the Crime Bible stuff, and I like the Crime Bible stuff, so I picked it up. Haven't read these yet either, obviously. There's Lust. And this one is Greed. Looks like Batwoman on the cover there. Yeah. And here is Murder, which is number 4. And then number 5, The Parable of the Faceless. Also, some other comics I picked up that I really loved. Read a few issues of this back in the late 80s. The reason I didn't keep picking it up is because at the time I was short on funds. Sometime I'll have to tell my comic book history of how I paid for comic books when I was in junior high and high school. At any rate, this is issue number 3 of Wasteland. This is kind of like hardcore Twilight Zone, Outer Limits, Night Gallery, all that kind of stuff, all thrown into one. Some of the writers that were on some of these books were absolutely fabulous. Dale Close writes a really crazy story. John Ostrander writes great stuff too. He's written lots of fabulous stuff. He created the Suicide Squad, some of that stuff. David Lloyd, the guy who did the art for V for Vendetta, has some work in here. You know, plus some other people. Anyway, this is issue number 3. Here is issue number 4. Here is issue number 6 because I'm missing 5. I've got 1 and 2 in my collection already. Yeah, nothing to that cover. Here is issue number 8. Issue number 9. Yeah, see there, glorified hand down there and whatnot. Pretty cool. I finished out Howard Chenkin's Challengers of the Unknown. I really liked this when I was reading it, and then for some reason I decided that maybe I didn't like it, and so I didn't pick up issues 5 and 6, the actual collection. So I picked these up, so I finished that run. This was kind of a fun run. There's lots of anti-Fox News for those of people who live in America. It's kind of a more right of center political thing, but this has a lot of slant around that. I found it very amusing because, well, I find stuff like that amusing. And finally, well, no, not finally, I also picked up this new issue of Debris. This is issue number 1. Everybody kept talking about how great this was and whatnot. Haven't read it yet, but while I was ordering stuff, I figured I'd order this and get it in because my local bookstore didn't have this, or local chain store. So I got this, so I'm looking forward to reading it. But finally, important books. I picked up the last issues I needed of the 1987 run of Doom Patrol. So that is, I have all of that era of Doom Patrol, which runs into the Grant Morrison books and stuff. This will leave me, after these books, it'll leave me 6 Silver Age books, and I will literally have all of the Doom Patrol books. Pretty excited about that. When I ever get around to getting those, they'll be much more fanfare. Anyway, so this is Doom Patrol number 19. This is right about the time Grant Morrison first starts writing. Didn't have that one. Here's 21. These were hard to find. I paid probably way too much for them to get them, but here is issue number 35. And I believe 35, and here's 36. And I think that these are the first issues that have, oh, what's the character's name? Max Marlowe or something like that. I'm drawing a blank on his name. This is the first issue you see, this like a glimpse of his like leg or arm in, I believe. And then like the next issue actually has him in it. And so, because it's the first appearance of that character, for some reason, that made the books much more expensive. I'm kind of thumbing through it here just to see if I can find the character for sure. But I can't, of course, so, you know, that's how it works when you don't plan things and you're tired. At any rate, yeah, really excited about this. I'm stoked to now have this whole run. I will probably sit down and read through the whole thing again here soonish after I finish reading my Sandman and all the other current stuff that I'm trying to keep up with. But yeah, that's about all I have. Like I said, pay attention and hopefully y'all watch the reviews. This weekend. Hope it'll be fun. Hopefully we'll have a different opinion, so maybe it'll be some interesting stuff. And then the next time I do reviews, Ethan will be back. I don't know what my next reviews are going to be, though. I get my comic books shipped to me bi-monthly. August has 5 Wednesdays in it, and they ship my books on Wednesdays, so I think because I only get it twice a month, this first part of the month, I won't get my books for 3 weeks. That sucks. Yeah, 3 weeks. So I'll be almost a month behind all you guys again. Price we pay for living in the middle of nowhere and wanting cheap comic books. At any rate, thanks for watching if you watched this long, and I hope to be checking you all out hopefully this weekend and then the next week when I'm not working so hard. Anyway, have a good one, everybody.